You're watching Chicago Bears Now. Harrison Graham here, as always, at HGrahamNFL on Twitter. If you guys want to give me a follow over there. I want to take a look at 5 players to watch this Saturday when the Bears take on the Dolphins in their preseason opener. That game will be at Soldier Field Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central Time, as the Bears are early favorites, 3.5-point favorites against the Miami Dolphins. We're not going to do a full-fledged preview, keys to victory, anything like that. I don't really care if the Bears win or lose. My main focus is staying healthy and seeing what young guys can perform well, as a lot of young guys should get a lot of reps. So 5 players to watch on today's show. But before we take a look at those 5 players, predict the score for me. Let me know what you think the final score will be between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. Get your score predictions in right now in the comments between Chicago and Miami. All right, 5 players to watch this Saturday. Come on. Did you think I was going to start with anyone else? Justin Fields is by far the most obvious answer here. All eyes are on this kid, and not just among Bears fans. Justin Fields has been the talk of the NFL for the last few weeks. He really has. He's had a great camp. People are wondering if he can beat out Andy Dalton. I don't have Andy Dalton on this list because he's only going to play a series or 2, so I'm not going to put too much stock into that. I'm keeping my eyes on Justin Fields. How does he play? How does he look? Is he doing pre-snap calls? Is he pointing out to his offensive line, hey, the Mike linebacker's coming on a blitz? Like, how does he handle all of those type of things? Then obviously, how does he deliver the football to the wide receivers he'll be playing with? All eyes in the NFL are on this kid this weekend. I'm taking a close watch on him as well. I am fascinated to see how Justin Fields performs against another team for the first time in his NFL career. Will Fields score a touchdown against Miami, passing or running? I don't really care. What do you guys think? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Will Justin Fields score a touchdown against the Dolphins? We'll make this the pinned comment on today's video, so get your votes in, Y for yes or N for no. All eyes are on Justin Fields. Number 2, how about Kindle Vildor? So cornerback 2 and beyond is very much up for grabs. You got Jalen Johnson. I don't expect him to play a ton. He's younger, so he still might play a decent amount. But a guy like Kindle Vildor should get a lot of reps throughout the preseason, including in this game. Can he overtake a guy like Desmond Trufant as your number 2 outside corner? Or can he become your nickel back as well? I think he'll get an opportunity to prove a lot throughout the preseason, and that, of course, starts against the Miami Dolphins on Saturday afternoon. Should get a lot of run, should get to play some nickel, some outside. The Dolphins have a pretty good receiving core. We'll see how long some of those guys play, but I want to see if Vildor's ball skills have improved. I thought he got super valuable reps down the stretch last year while Buster Skrine and Jalen Johnson were banged up. Does he take the next step? Can he become a starter at cornerback for this football team? Keeping a close eye on Kindle Vildor. Hey, speaking of the game, we'll be live. We're going to do a watch party for the preseason opener. Bears versus Dolphins, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 Central is when the game kicks off. We'll probably go live 10, maybe 15 minutes early. So subscribe, turn on notifications, and do not miss our watch party. If you've never joined us for watch parties, I provide live play-by-play, stats, injury updates if any injuries happen. You're not going to find better coverage of this game than you will right here on YouTube. YouTube.com/BearsNow. Subscribe and join us this Saturday. Number 3 player to watch, Cole Kmet, the second-year tight end. A lot of buzz from him coming out of training camp. Everyone says he looks quicker. He's taken another step. He's more confident. You could tell last year there were some confidence issues early on, which is why the Bears didn't play him a ton. He's had a strong camp up to this point. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Can that come to fruition on the game field? We'll see how much run Kmet gets. Also, I'm curious to see how do the snaps compare to a guy like Jimmy Graham. I assume Kmet will play more since Graham is a vet. You don't want to run him into the ground in the preseason, but I'm looking for Kmet to build off his rookie season where he had some ups, he had some downs. He certainly flashed some big play potential. I think that's been evident throughout training camp as well. I want to see it against the Dolphins. I want to see him catch a couple balls up the seam, over the middle, show strong hands, and block well also, because I believe he's a true 3-down tight end that can block, that can catch, that can run, that can do it all. A lot of buzz from Bears training camp from him. Now it's time to prove it in a game situation. Who will have a bigger role this season? Type CK for Cole Kmet. Type JG for Jimmy Graham. I hope it's Kmet, so I'm going to type my CK. I think ideally he has the bigger role this year, but get your votes in, CK or JG. And if you want to go gamble on the Bears versus Dolphins game, hey, go make some money with BetUS. Go to chatsports.com/Bears. Must use our URL to get the 125% deposit bonus when you plug in the promo code BEARDOWN, all one word. That is bear down at chatsports.com/Bears. Chicago are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under for this game between the two teams is just 35.5 points. I've loved the over all week long. It would not surprise me one bit if Justin Fields led Chicago to a couple of touchdowns against the Dolphins' backup defense. Come on, go make some money. Chatsports.com/Bears. Use that promo code BEARDOWN once you go to our link for BetUS. And that, again, one more time, is chatsports.com/Bears. Couple more players here. Number 4, Alec Ogletree. And hey, he's a vet, but you know what? As great as he's been in camp, he's got to carry that over to the games as well. Will his camp success translate to the preseason? Like, a lot of guys in the NFL are great practice players and not gamers, and vice versa. There's also a lot of guys who don't practice that well, but they're just great in games. Ogletree's had a good career. He slowed down in recent years. Tags on with the Bears here early on in training camp, and he's been awesome. He's been really, really good. I think he's in good shape to make this roster, but he's going to have to show the coaches, hey, like, this isn't just one of those deals where I bring it in practice. I can make plays against other teams, against other offenses that I'm not seeing every single day. So he needs to perform. He needs to play well. I think he'll get a good amount of snaps on Saturday. Excited to see what he can do on the game field. And then the last one here, we're going to go to another rookie. Started with a rookie, we'll end with one. How about Khalil Herbert, the running back out of Virginia Tech? Tariq Cohen remains out. He will not play in this game. I'm excited for Herbert. I'm excited for all of the rookies, of course, but Herbert specifically has big play potential. I'm excited to see him return some kicks and maybe some punts, because that's really where he's going to earn his money probably, at least in his rookie season, to see if he can be a valuable special teams contributor. You look at the running back depth chart, we'll see David Montgomery, maybe he'll get 4 or 5 carries over that first series or two, then he'll check out. Damian Williams will probably get a lot of run, but Khalil Herbert's a guy who should get a lot of opportunities in the second quarter and beyond. So I'm excited to see him at running back. I'm excited to see him return a couple of kicks as well. Good opportunity for him to show he's got some burst on this Chicago Bears team. So there you have it. There are 5 players I'm keeping an eye on, and I think that you should keep an eye on and watch this Saturday against the Dolphins. Obviously, we all hope the Bears win, but win, lose, draw, stay healthy, and let's see what these young guys can do. Justin Fields, Kindle Vildor, Cole Kmet, Alec Ogletree, and also Khalil Herbert, as the Bears will host the Miami Dolphins this Saturday, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, and we, of course, will be live here on Chicago Bears Now, youtube.com/Bears Now. So go ahead, answer it for us. I took a look at 5 players. Now it's your turn. Who are you most excited to watch on Saturday? And yes, you can choose the cop-out answer, Justin Fields, because that's who I'm watching out for. Who are you most excited for to watch against the Dolphins?